New York City introduces a subway train that operates without a crew. Ranger 3 is launched to study the moon, but ends up missing its target by 22,000 miles. And Danny Thomas founds St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. The year is 1962, and this Cadillac Series 6200 convertible could be had at your local Cadillac dealer. But before getting into all of it, I'm your host, Jay. Welcome to What It's Like, the automotive channel that shows you these cars like you've never seen them before. At the end of each episode, there is a full walk around. In slow motion, you get to see what the trim looks like and where it goes. We also cover the history, specs, comparisons, post between 4 and 5 episodes each week, with engine episodes generally on Wednesdays. If any of that sounds of interest to you, a channel that you'll totally dig, subscribe and hit the bell icon next to it to never miss a video. 1962 Cadillac model lineup was broken down into 4 models: Series 6200, followed by DeVille, Fleetwood, and Eldorado at the top. Cadillac would offer the Series 62 from 1940 through 1964. In 1959, Cadillac would rename this Series 62 to the Series 6200. Hey everyone, it's Future Jay. Just want to let you know that I keep calling this car the 6200 because that is what it was labeled as from another source. But come to find out that Cadillac would rename the 6200 62, but spelled out. So every time I say 6200, take a swig of your favorite drink. Because technically this car is series, it's not really series, it's just 62. And would evolve into the Cadillac Calais for the 1965 model year. Offered in 7 generations, 1962 falls in the 7th generation, which was produced from 1961. 62, 63, and 64, designed by Bill Mitchell. This Series 62 came standard with 5 tubeless black wall tires. Yes, that's right, you got a full-size spare back in the day with the Series 62 Cadillac. Heat and defrost, front cornering lights, remote side mirror. 1962 did see a bit of a facelift / redesign, so let's compare 61 on top, 62 on the bottom, starting in the front. Bumpers and grills are totally different. I'm not sure if those are fog lights or turn signal lights just below the headlights, but they change shape going from round to rectangular. The grill on the 61 has a crease, horizontal crease going down the center with bullet-like trim bits, for lack of a better term. Whereas the 62 has fine horizontal grille bars with a thicker one towards the center. Hoods are the same. Both have fender markers. The 62 has cornering lights that the 61 doesn't seem to have. Moving to the side profile, pretend this 62 is a convertible. The sheet metal looks very similar, but there are some changes towards the rear. The fin profile has been revised. Also, the rear quarter sheet metal is different. The 61 has a part in the belt line that protrudes out, whereas the 62 has a pressed-in look. Badging has also been revised between these two in different locations. Moving aft, the 61 has trim on top of the fins that the 62 doesn't have. The fins are more straight on the 62. Backup lights go from horizontal to vertical on the 62. 62 also has more of a rear grille. Trunk profiles are completely different between these two. Jumping inside to take a quick gander at the dash and interior situation. Which one do you like better? Let's talk specs. 222 inches long, 79 inches wide, 56.3 inches tall. It rides a wheelbase of 129.5 inches. It weighs around 4,625 pounds. Price, $5,590, which would be equivalent to you spending $58,362.01 in the year 2024. Total 1962 Cadillac production was 160,840 units, of which total Series 6200 was 143,610 units, and of that number, 16,800 were convertibles. Moving on to engine, only one engine on offer, 390 cubic inch displacement, overhead valve V8, 6.4 liters. It's good for 325 horsepower at 4,800 RPM, 430 pound-feet, or 583 Newton meters at 3,100 RPM with a bore of 4 inches and a stroke of 3.9 inches. Compression is 10.5 to 1 with 5 main bearings. Hydraulic valve lifters. When backed with a 4-speed Hydra-matic automatic transmission, 0 to 60 could be had in 10.5 seconds with a theoretical top speed of 121 miles per hour while achieving an average of anywhere between 9 to 11 miles to the gallon. Fun fact, 1962 was the very first year for Cadillac to use a dual master brake cylinder. If you're in the market for a 1962 Cadillac Series 6200 convertible, I know a place that has one for sale. Classic Auto Mall, Morgantown, Pennsylvania, where they have this car and 900 other cars currently for sale when recording this video. And get this, anybody can go and peruse their inventory in person. 4 hours of operation, directions to Classic Auto Mall, and to get the full scoop and see more pictures of this very car, be sure to click the link below after the show. Let's talk styling, starting with these headlight bezels. Just look at those headlights coming around the side. Just look at how that bumper profile meets with the side with the fender. Also notice this part protrudes out further than this part. Turn signal indicators down below. Cadillac script nice and proud there on the front. Also just notice how the top of the hood protrudes over the grille and how it comes to a point here in the center. Cadillac V8 badge with Cadillac badge. Ever so slight crease in the hood. Going towards the wraparound windshield with the windshield wipers that oppose. This car does have fender markers. Look at this. This has cornering lights. Might be the earliest car that I've seen with cornering lights. How cool. Very petite trim that caps off the wheel well. Just look at all of the different lines going on in this body. This car does not have rocker molding, but it does have a lot of different lines sculpted into the side sheet metal. External cowl with windshield wipers that oppose. Check out this vent window profile. Side mirrors are mounted right below it. Lots of lines. Has fender skirts. As well as a reverse fin or skeg. Also look at how this bumper goes down. The skeg comes out. Massive backup lights that are Frenched. Also notice that these backup lights aren't straight. They come to a point or peak here. The brake lights are inside the tail fin. Gas filler is behind this door, right on top of the license plate. The trunk lid bevels down, it comes up center line and the back of the trunk. center lid and the deck lid. Plexiglass, vinyl window. Nice, heavy door. Also look at this door profile. This feels like a leather armrest that runs the whole length of the door panel. Door handle to get out, door handle to pull the door shut. Window crank for the vent window. Window switches for the power windows, as well as controls for the power seat. This controls the mirror. Coming down inside the pedal box down here, high beam switch, parking brake and or emergency brake, brake pedal, gas pedal. Just take a look at this interior. Here is what over the hood looks like. Here's what first person over the hood would look like. Up on to the button switches and knobs, starting on the left and moving right. Headlights, windshield washer, 3-speed electric windshield wipers, in-dash air vent, fan blower for air conditioner. There are 2 sliders. One is for location, off, vent, normal, recirculating. The other one is for temperature, coolant temperature. 120 mile per hour speedometer with odometer and trip odometer, gasoline gauge. 2 more sliders. The top one is for defrost, defog, de-ice. The bottom one is for temperature. Right is warmer, with another blower fan motor. So this car has 2 fans, one for the air conditioner and the other one for the heater. Very interesting. Drive modes read park, neutral, drive, low, reverse. Key / ignition, radio, dash light just underneath the dash pad, electric clock. Above there are sun visors, look like this. There's a sun visor over here for the passenger with a cutout for the rear view mirror, daytime, nighttime feature. Up here, this is the Ultronic Eye, automatic headlight dimmer. Just take a look at this steering wheel. It's very thin. It has these nice big nubs. It's nice. Very nice steering wheel. On to the glove box test. Here's our test subject. Here's my hand for reference. My hand is 7.5 inches, just to give you perspective of how big this camera is. Here's the glove box in question. I don't know. It fits in the tray, but I don't think that it's going to close. So we're going to say no. No, it does not fit. Does not fit in the glove box. There is an armrest in the center. It comes down like that. Nice big plushy armrest. Getting in the back. Seat does not have a seat back lock, so you can just push it right out of the way. It also pivots out of the way, giving you plenty of access to get back there. Here is what the front looks like from the back. Let's take a quick gander at the greenhouse or the pillar to glass ratio in this car. It's pretty nice. This is what visibility looks like out the back. When the convertible top's in use, there is a nice place to put more stuff back there, almost like a second trunk. Let's talk seat back profile. It is rather upright, and the back does dip down quite a bit in the back here, but it's not uncomfortable. Creature comforts. This is convertible, so there is no dome light. There's no coat hooks per se, but you could hang whatever you wanted to hang off the convertible top mechanism itself. There is an armrest back here, as well as ashtray, cigarette lighter combo, as well as electric windows. Coming to the under the hood section, hood release is right in here. See it. Wow, what a beautiful engine. Massive alternator on this side. This one's got a dual master cylinder, power brake booster, power steering. Has the original type style battery. This one has air conditioning, heater. It looks to be a 2-belt system running everything. Just look at how high that power steering pump sits. On the positive side, it's a huge car that you could take you and all of your friends to Walmart or the drive-in or whatever it is you kids do these days. Power windows, seats, steering, brakes, just about everything is powered except for the vent windows. Great visibility out the front. Against it, it is a big, heavy, though not as heavy as some of these new EV electric cars, electric trucks. They weigh a lot, but I digress. It is thirsty. All right, now it's time for Would You Rather. 2 scenarios today. In the first scenario, the typical scenario, which one of these would you rather have? 1962 Lincoln Continental Convertible or 1962 Cadillac Series 6200 Convertible or 1962 Imperial Crown Convertible? I'm going to leave this here for a minute. If you need more time, feel free, pause the video. On to the second scenario, all General Motors, but which one would you rather have? 1962 Buick Electra 225 Convertible or 1962 Cadillac Series 6200 Convertible or 1962 Oldsmobile Starfire Convertible? Once again, going to leave this here for a minute. If you need more time, feel free, pause the video. Now it's time for Name That Tune. First person to get both the name of the band and the song title correctly in the comment section will have their comment pinned to the top of it. That was my favorite song for a time, until I got a speeding ticket listening to it. Anyway, thank you all so much for coming out and watching this. If you'd like to get in touch with me, shoot me a comment in the comment section below. Or you could always check out our Facebook group that correlates with this YouTube channel, gives you the opportunity to share your rides, stories, experiences, anything car relatable is shareable on there. If you don't have Facebook and would still like to reach me outside of YouTube, you could always send me an email at what_it's_like@yahoo.com. Thanks again for everything that you guys bring. Until next time, toodaloo! Welcome to the after party. This part doesn't have any sound, so if you want to listen to anything, you could put on whatever music you want in the background. Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd's a really good song you could listen to, especially when you start getting into the guitar solo. It'd probably be right around the time when the fins and the skegs would be shown. Just a chef's recommendation, I suppose. Enjoy.